Well, hello, Cara. I am so thrilled to have you coming to the Calgary Folk Club February the 20th.
I'm thrilled too, Suze. Thank you.
You've come to the club in a couple of different configurations, the Wailing Jennies and the what was it, 2004 probably. Most recently as I'm going to say half, but probably two-thirds of the Small Glories. And now like it doesn't matter how you show up on stage. You just always show up on stage and deliver. And we're super excited to have you. This
Thank
configuration
you.
is solo with a side person. Is that?
Yeah, I as a small glories, it's kind of ran its course, and I was trying to figure out what did I want to do next, and I wanted to go back to doing music. I can't not do music, but the one thing I can't do by myself is harmony, and I'm a harmony junkie. As I mean, all the people I've played with before, they've it's been harmonies being a big part of it. And I also have a lot of fun. I think music is about, there's a lot about community building and connection that happens with music, not just within the audience and the stage, but the people on the stage too. And during my 50 for 50 concerts that I was doing, I was inviting all these various people who I hadn't had a chance to necessarily play music with in a long time or ever, and was reminded once again of that joy that you get playing music with other people. And Clayton was one of those people, Clayton Parsons, wonderful musician from the East Kootenays. And he's a hell of a harmony singer, phenomenal songwriter, great guitar player, banjo player. I mean, two banjos on stage, Suze, like it's just like
Are we in Deliverance or what?
it's heavenly. It's heavenly. So he's been coming out as my main side person, and every once in a while, I also bring a third person with me too, depending on the show and depending on configuration and who's available. But I'm super excited that Clayton can join me for that show because him and his wife, they have their second baby coming in January, so he's missing the shows in January, but he's not missing the shows in February.
Well, by February the 20th, one would hope that that baby has arrived safe and sound and landed. Yeah,
And
that's
he will want to go on tour because it means he gets to sleep.
exactly. Well, happy to provide that. One of the things that when I think about any time I've ever seen you on stage, and I've seen you a bunch of times on stage, I think the thing that underlies all of it is just joy.
Thank you. Yeah, joy. That's our biggest act of resistance. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, actually. Like what is the artist's role in society, in our communities? What's our role in what's happening in terms of the climate catastrophe, in terms of what's happening in the States, you name it, across the board. And we can commiserate with people, we can offer solace, we can celebrate, we can mourn, we can do all of those kind of service industry of the heart things. And I think that I'm very good at the joy part of it. Hope is a heavy word, and I think that joy kind of offers that a little bit more of a depth to it, because everyone can experience joy, even if it's for small moments of time. And I love joyous playing, joyous singing. Joy is just kind of part of my DNA and always has been.
And I would say the difference is it's not just fun entertainment. Like that's not about that. I mean, there's
Yeah,
that what you do that brings out of that frustration, despair, whatever there is, and goes, let's look at this.
yeah.
Could this moment of just bringing our voices together? And that's for me what makes you so special, that you have
Thank
a great message, but you bring that. Look at us here. We get to do this. How fun is that? Like that playful joy that has followed you along. I mean, I remember the very first time I met you, you were like 4 or 5. And I was at your parents' place on a Sunday afternoon with all the musicians in Calgary, because that's what used to happen. And you were like running around and just being, twirling and having this joyous persona. And so yeah, it is part of your DNA. And I have to say, what is this with Winnipeg singer-songwriter? I mean, those of us from Calgary know. You've been in Winnipeg a long time, though, a lot longer than you were ever in Calgary.
This is true. I have been here 26 years. This is my 26th year in Winnipeg. Um, but yeah, I'm a third generation Calgarian. My grandparents were born in Calgary, and my dad, that side of the family, they were all born in Calgary. And so I feel like I have, and Caslow, by the way, in the Kootenays also kind of adopted me, as did Vernon in the Okanagan, because I lived in Vernon for 4 years. So depending on how they pitch it, it's so funny. Like they're like, Vernon, local girl from Vernon comes home for a gig. I'm like, I'm not from there. And then Caslow is like, Kara's. I mean, it's actually really sweet. And I feel very honored that various communities have chosen me as one of their own. Um, and I like to say that Winnipeg has my soul, but Calgary has my heart. And it's it's where I'm from. I have lifelong relationships there. And I mean, Calgary's folk club and folk music scene, and that's been going since before I was born. And it's so incredible to come back and reconnect with people either at a festival or at one of the clubs or at the Ironwood or teaching at Family Camp or one of these collect or collaborative events. And even all those who have defected to Vancouver Island, that we still hold Calgary in our hearts, right? Like there's something, it's like we're the antithesis to what most people think of when they think of Calgary and what they think of Alberta. I don't think Winnipeggers, unless they're touring musicians, they don't think of Calgary as a music town. And yet there's this deep love of supporting the arts, dare I say, and deep love of live music and fostering community. That's that who knows is maybe stemmed from a prairie. I mean, Calgary is still a prairie town, comes from that prairie mentality. But most people, when they think of Calgary, they don't think that. And I kind of am like, actually, let
Well,
me tell you about my experience.
yeah, well, we're really, really excited to have you home. We're claiming you. We know what says it on your birth certificate. So, we've got this one. And, so happy to have you part of our 54th season at the Calgary Folk Club. So yes, we started before you were born. And 20th of February, tickets are on sale now. You can go to calgaryfolkclub.com. Now we have two special ways of doing it. Number one, you can come live. And the second way is that we also have an online version that is good for 72 hours. So like your fans that are from other places where you may not be
Love
touring
it.
can still come and witness and enjoy, and you don't have to like stay up late if it's past your bedtime. You can watch it for the next couple of days and have your own popcorn and your own wine or whatever your choice of beverage is. What are people going to experience? Because here's the thing that I find with you, Cara, is that it is like, so you do like a rock and roll camp. You play clawhammer banjo, which we all know is like a stadium kind of instrument. Um, like you write fabulous songs with incredible harmonies. What are we gonna get?
You're gonna get all of it. Uh, you're gonna get a little rock and roll. You're gonna get a little folk, a little maybe a little bluegrass Americana, lots of harmony, and I'm gonna get people singing. That's it's gonna happen, and they will laugh. They might even cry. Um, yeah, and new songs. So I have a new album in the works, and it's coming out in the spring. So Calgary, you guys are like among the privileged few that get to hear things before the world gets to hear it. So I'm very excited.
Awesome. Well, we so look forward to having you at the Calgary Folk Club. February,
Thank you.
Fremlin and Morantz will be opening,
Woohoo!
or Morantz and Fremlin got it the wrong way around. And so great night. Take care and travel well. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Suze.